Well, greetings, travelers. It's me yet again, Kevin C. here with Action Pants Gaming, with another No Man's Sky building adventure. So I hope you got your old action pants on, and well, it's 7 in the morning for me, so my action pants aren't exactly charged yet either. So I understand if yours aren't. But let's try and charge them up a little bit with some coffee and nip-nip. Get into some building and doing some wacky stuff. Well, as always, I hope whatever time of day it is for you and whatever it is you might be doing as you are watching this, well, I hope it's going good. What is that big gigantic thing behind that building? And what can we do? What I think I'm going to try and do today is try to make this a little bit more perfect. And I think we're going to try to change our material that we're stuck with. So I'm going to reload after this here, but I'm going to just take these bits and pieces out for now. I'm going to need to put them back in. Well, I don't need to put them back in. I've got everything I need right here, quite honestly. But I just wanted to see what it looked like without. So that's full scale. The question being is, can we get this to be a bit more perfect? Oh, apparently I fell into my build here. And I know I'm back 2 days in a row, 3 times in a row. But I don't have much time for streaming anymore, so I'm just trying to fit things in while I can. See, I feel it's just those two parts right there. Everything else we could kind of get away with. I mean, it's not perfect, but again, it's one of those things we could get away with, you know? Alright. Let's tear it down, start again. Let's see if we can't make this a little bit better. Alright. I mean, it looked okay, but okay. Like, if that one section hadn't been way off, and I kind of said this initially when I was building it, that if one section, even one section is, you know, more off than the rest, it will be super noticeable. Alright, let's try and do something here. Is there a way? I'm trying to figure out if there's a way I can, like, get music going on in the background, but I know YouTube gets all crazy about, you know, copyright stuff. It's like, I'm just trying to listen to some tunes, man. Alright, what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try doing a different reference point and see if maybe that might help. But the biggest issue I've noticed is how much it phases in Now I can bring it out and hopefully where did I go with that? Shoot. I think right before that. Okay. Yeah, it was right. Oop, no, that's not what I want. We just got to keep an eye on the depth of phase. Now we already saw that first one was different, right? We can actually see that. We're seeing a little more of the pencil tip here. Than we did on this one. Alright, so ones I think need to be altered. I'm going to change the color. Oh, shoot. Not to that. Alright, stuff I think I need to alter, we're going to do yellow. And then that way we can come back and redo those and not get super lost. Well, we got 2. Now we're on 3, and I'm going counterclockwise today for some reason. Alright, we're going to go counterclockwise, I guess. That always ends up confusing me, but we're going to do it anyway. I don't know why going counterclockwise confuses me on my count, but for some odd reason it does. I'm always like, shoot, where was I? Because usually I'm thinking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 o'clock. You know what I mean? Alright, this one definitely. See, this is where we have that issue with phasing. See, that's going to change everything right there. So, alright, what we're going to do, we're going to remove this floor panel. We're actually going to remove that. We're going to start with a fresh floor panel. No, a floor panel. Good morning. My coffee has yet to take effect. The Nip-Nip certainly has, but the coffee is still working its magic. Alright. We're going to attempt here. Man, I really wish we had music. These dead planets are so... I mean, I like building on them. Alright, see? For some reason... and for no particular reason whatsoever, which immediately throws the rest of the build off. It is rather annoying. Now, you can try and replace, but for some reason I feel it is just the position in space. I don't think it really has anything to do with anything other than its positioning in space. Why it does it is beyond me. I have no idea why, you know, when it's in this particular spatial relation that it decides to be all wackadoo. But it does. And I just have to see, and now we're gonna phase in even further. I'm gonna try something here. I don't know if it's gonna work or not, but we're gonna give it a shot. We're gonna see if maybe throwing another floor panel on top of it might help with that. I'm just hoping that it doesn't alter my reference point. You know, I'm just hoping it doesn't phase through the graphic and then my reference point gets screwed up. But that is why I think the first time I did this yesterday, it did not work as well as our phasing is so completely different from end to end. I mean, from, you know, floor panel to floor panel. It doesn't look like it's helping. Shit. I mean, I could try another material altogether as well, you know. But again, I don't think that will help. We could try wood, but I don't think wood, does a wood floor panel have a central point? Alright, so adding floor panels doesn't really seem to, well, yeah, it actually kind of does in a way, doesn't it? Alright, let's try a different material. I'd rather not use the newer materials just because they really are funky. Do we have a central cross though? We don't. See, I need that. Without that, I don't have a mark. I mean, I could take it from the central line, bring it all the way out, and use something there, but again, what does our phase through look like? And I don't know if it'll change on this one in comparison to the next one to the next one. You know, I think it's just positioning in space. I really do. I think that's all it is. And I don't, unfortunately, think that there's anything they can do about it. But I sure hope that they can figure out something because, you know, trying to do hand placement, which they've given the option for, you know, without all this collision, and then, you know, throw in free placement, shoot. You know, you need to be able to have a consistent, you know, height in your floor panel. Like phasing through, you know, one floor panel but not the rest, you know, you have a little bit of, you know, imbalance. You know, it ends up being stepped, and we don't want that. So the only other thing I can think of trying is like a whole other reference point piece. You know, something I can use as a material that'll allow me to do that. But I don't think there is a material that will let me do that, so we're kind of stuck, I think. I was just hoping that bringing it this far out, you know, it might change the height. But see, like, see how bad that is? See how much more, what if I, in comparison to the one we just did, like that's, you know, a significant amount of phase. Which, You know, right now it looks like it's folded over okay, but it's hard to tell. So, you know, we'll just keep going. 1, 2, 3. And thank you for the one person in here hanging out with me, lurking away. I appreciate your company. Lets me know I'm not completely alone here. And I hope whoever's lurking in the background's having themselves a decent day today. Yep, see? See what I mean? Now we're up higher. And I really am beginning to think that it has to do with the position in space. Four. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're on 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And I'm sorry for all the silent, you know, background. There's no music on these planets, and unfortunately, as I've been stating quite readily, that you know, I should be getting a computer in a few months, hopefully, and you know, hopefully I'll be able to change that, make my streams a little more entertaining. Come on. Get that camera position going here. Now, that's a half the battle with doing this sort of stuff is, you know, getting your camera in the right position to get your lineup. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We'll go to the 6 o'clock position on this, and then we'll do a save. Ooh. Yeah, see, as I'm noticing, as I'm circling around, excuse me, as I'm circling around, we can kind of see that that pencil point in there, you know, get a little bit higher each time. At least I think that's what's happening. Could be completely off my rocker, and it's not doing anything. Shoot, that was 6, right? 1, 2. Alright, I think we were on 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was 6. Now we're on 7, right? Ah, shoot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, wait a minute. That doesn't work either, does it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait. Damn it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I think. Well, we'll find out right here. This is why I usually do it clockwise. Just for some reason I can keep track better. My silly small brain just seems to. Well, we'll know if we're off when we finish it, because we'll see it. No, maybe not, because now we're at the bottom. And see how... Alright, it could be, could not be, I don't know. That's a good question. Hard to say. I just wish it wasn't phasing in like that, you know? It really kind of bums me out, man. But we'll see if we can't compensate if we have to for all of that. But we won't know until we save and reload. It's a whole lot easier when I'm just banjoing it in. It's like bam, done, bam, done. This is get the camera around, move it, move it, move it. Finally get it to be where you want it to be. And hope for the best. It's like, yeah, I hope this is doing what I want it to do. And again, welcome. Thank you for stopping in this morning. Well, morning for me, maybe evening for you, maybe early afternoon. It may be the following day. You might be living in the future. It is Tuesday for me. Alright, this is one of the really wacky ones, so we're going to change the color on this. Just so if we know when we see it that it is potentially one of the ones that is causing the issue. Did I build that one yet? I don't think I did. Okay. Which means I need to grab this wire. No, because there would be... Yeah, alright. Oh, wait a minute. Why did I do that? I didn't need to do that. Okay, I just need you. There we go. Now I do that, followed by that. Okay. I confused myself again. Yeah, see how much more that phases in just on those few floor panels. And actually, it's different. Like, I thought it would be one of the angled ones, right? But it's not. It's actually the one that's on the, I believe, the 3 o'clock position here. We're almost done. Oh, believe me, the silence kills me. Normally I got Spotify on, and man, does music help with building. JC Hysteria is the one who originally was like, dude, you should build the music. It's like, you just, so much easier. And I was like, what a great idea. I don't know why I didn't think of that. I love music. And yes, I love music so much, if I could, I would marry it. Come on, where's my reference point? That's getting harder and harder to see here. There we go. One more? One more and we're done. Woohoo! But I marked the most wacky one, so I'm hoping that will be the one that I can maybe try to finagle somehow. But see, it's that depth, man. It just... Now, I don't know if it's actually at the same height, and it's just where it happens to be phasing through at that particular point, or if it is truly, you know, changing depth. I mean, if I look at it, this looks way better than the last one we did. Let's do a save. Let's reload. And hope that this one actually worked. If so, we can alter it a little bit. Manuel, good morning. Please save us from the non-synced race initiators while I drink some coffee. And have some nip-nip. A wonderful combination in the morning when you don't have to go to work. Excuse me. Unless your job is selling nip-nip, then by all means. And I live in a nip-nip legal universe. A nip-nip legal galaxy. Alright, what did we get? Did it look better than yesterday's attempt? Are we better looking than last time? Well, I'm not. I'm ugly regardless. Holy mackerel. Much better. Much, much better than yesterday's attempt. Yeah? Yeah, buddies. We got it. Well, I mean, not perfect, but it is passable perfect. Passable perfect. Is that a double negative? No, That wouldn't be a double negative. Passable perfect. What would that be? That would be, well, because perfect is perfect, right? And passable is, it means it's not perfect. So is that a double negative? I don't know. No, because a double negative is like it ain't something, right? That's a double negative. Either way, holy mackerel, for hand placement, we did pretty darn good. We need to be able to see this. I need to move this. Move it somewhere else. But, all in all, let's see what the backside looks like. All in all, I mean, I think we did pretty good. Now, do I be an idiot? Well, I'm already an idiot, we know this. But do I be more of an idiot and add in the missing angle and go from 16 to whatever the next group of floor panels would be off of this? So I would have that angle there added. And throw another one. Do we tempt fate? Do we tempt... Are you really going to do this to me? You are, aren't you? Is that where I need to be? Or do I need to be lower? I need to be one more lower. Okay, that's what I thought. Come on, somebody tell me. Tempt fate? Am I in the right? Where the frick is that? Why is that? Yeah, that's where it should be, right there, right? Yeah. Add in the one more angle, or just go, okay. And call it a day. The only other thing I'm thinking is maybe cross over at that other angle. I don't know. I mean, we'd have to save it. That's the downside. So if I save it and I don't like it, or it's not right, I could do an autosave. Let's do a Dark Hellboy. Good morning. Hellboy, check it out, bro. We just managed to get an almost perfect large-scale kaleidoscope. And now I'm debating on whether or not I want to tempt fate and add in the missing angle. Come on, folks, somebody help me. Tell me. What should I do? Do we tempt it? Do we tempt fate here? Come on. What do we... What should we do? Yeah, I know I'm just staring, and I apologize, but I'm kind of trying to imagine. What do you think? What do you think, Hellboy? It is, I know. I'm just trying to think of where that would end up, and if I need to delete it. It would be... I'm trying to think of where that would end up. So if I put it in, it would end up in the middle of, like... I mean, we got really, really lucky here in terms of, you know, how symmetrical I was able to get it by hand placement. So that's why I'm like, do I tempt fate here, or do I just say, hey, you got pretty darn lucky. Enjoy what you have. Yeah, I mean, I'm doing you know, my wire free placement, but it's still free placement. It's just you have a little more control with this method, with the large scale parts. All right, I'm going to attempt something. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do an autosave, and I'm going to do, yeah, I'll do an autosave here as well. Let's do that. We'll make an attempt. Worst case scenario. Why? Where's my ship? Where are you? There you are. And we'll make an attempt. And you've seen this, right, Hellboy? The giant garage door. That wire placement method really helps, you know, for your lineup. It really keeps it, you know, it really gives you a bit more control. You know, again, I could redo this, try to get it a little bit more symmetrical. I mean, these are naturally off just by the way they phase. But I could, you know, make an attempt at making it more perfect. I just like watching the animation. Yeah, but see, now this actually is just out of sync. You know, the placement here is fine, but still. All right, so you're trying to put the glass doors blended together. In what fashion? Like, how do you want the glass doors, and which glass door? Like, if you want to join me, Hellboy, we could maybe try to figure out a solution. And here's a horizontal version of that large-scale door, which if the ship actually interacted with the switch, I could get this to work. And the ship would land. But for the time being, oh, okay, no worries. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to disconnect this for now, because I have another idea of how to make at least an interesting landing area. I was really hoping I could get the oh, wait a minute, why am I doing that? Don't do that. That's not what you want to do at all. You just want to keep the door open. There we go. Alright. Because I can, I think, I don't know if I can land by flying here. I don't know if it would pick it up, but I can at least call my ship in. Yeah, alright, that's what I'm going to do. I know what I'm going to do. We may even attempt to build that in stream. Okay. Let's add in an element at least to our, and now we have our autosave, which is a bonus. And I do want to put, I want to add the stairs to this over here. And then this is, you know, this is just an R&D, so this isn't really a build. And this won't end up like the city where it becomes a build. I'm pretty certain of that. But you never know. I may decide to change my mind. As I am prone to doing. Come on. Man, I really wish I had music for you guys. Alright, so we need to bring that out one more. That's a little better. I'm just trying to figure out how to get this. so that there's no hitch. I'm going to bring it out again, one more apparently. Well, it's really difficult to see where I am. Hence why up and down on the build camera would be a wonderful thing. It's not bad. Let's see if we can walk that. Perfect. We'll take that. Alrighty. Perfect. I mean, it doesn't look great, but I could probably blend some stuff in and make it work. Alright, let's mess around with this a little bit, shall we? I'm still... Alright, we're out of sync, so we're going to save and reload. We have an autosave. Oh, and you know what I need to do? I actually need to move my ship. Oh, I did. Okay, good. Alright, we got a manual save, we got an autosave. The autosave, we should not have our stairs in there. In our manual save, we should have our stairs. So let's reload, put this in sync, or at least try to. I got 2 thumbs up and 2 thumbs down, effectively canceling it out. It's just nothing. Alright, now I think just for fun, let's add in some regular size ones, but going in from a glitch point. So in order to do that, what I'm going to have to do here is some work. Alright, you know what? Okay. Now, we have a little bit better of a view. And now because the part's enlarged, got to start figuring out like where I can cut through and not have it, get lost behind, or, just lost in general. So, where's Ezekiel? Welcome. Thanks for stopping in this morning. It's a small crew today, but all right, let's see where this would end up. That would end up behind. All right, we can get rid of these for now. Wait a minute, what are these going to do? Oh, I don't have those lined up in the same spot, otherwise I would say yes. But for now, let's get rid of these. Just so they're not in our view. And one less thing for something to attach to. I mean, had I been smart, I would have left the first connector in the same reference point, but I wasn't thinking ahead of time. Okay, now we're going to put that there. And we're going to run the rest of those. Okay. So we just need to find gap. Nope. Man, we would never have been able to do anything like this before. No collision is so awesome. ICM notebook. Will you with C Lopez BC? I'm not quite sure what that is there, bud. WWBN tube. Alright, we're gonna I don't know what that is. So we're gonna hide you for now, I'm sorry. I don't know what that is, and I don't have any mods in, so I have to mod myself this morning. Unless I know you, or you ask if it's okay to do any form of self-promotion, please do not. Gamma Wolf. Welcome, welcome. Gamma, last night I was working here on my R&D, and John Vardy came in. He's like, he saw one of my large-scale, I'm working with the large-scale pieces right now and trying to figure out ways to, put them in, consistently, if you will. And I decided to try, and he's like, oh, I bet you're making a really, a large-scale version of a kaleidoscope would be very difficult. And in fact, he was correct. But we managed to get pretty good placement, hand placing. So this is a, this is a standard size kaleidoscope. Using the pieces at their default size, and it's really out of sync right now because I left the area. Ah, shoot. So just a kind of a recap of what we're doing and why we're doing what we're doing. So this is a standard, let's save and reload so we can get this in sync. For the new folks who just showed up, and by the way, good morning, thank you for stopping in, or good afternoon or good evening, depending on where you live on our spinning rock. Boo-doo-boo-doo-boo. 2 thumbs up, 2 thumbs down, effectively making 1 thumb sideways. All right, more coffee. And more nip-nip. I should play guitar during these load breaks. At least gives it, give us a little music between. Although, by the time I would get over to play my guitar. Alright, we're loaded back in. We need music, man. I gotta figure out a way to get some music rolling, because even I get, like, I'm building and stuff, and I'm like, I really want music right now. So, we started off with this here, alright? And now that it's in sync, we can actually see what it looks like. And then, because this was the first kaleidoscope I built with this new build mechanic in Frontiers. I built tons of them back in the other updates, but this was the first one using the new build mechanic and 2 of the new parts. Even though one of the new parts is just a different material, it's still, this crossbar here is the alloy garage door. Okay, so effectively we have 2 kaleidoscopes, but viewing it you have 1, and then if you move the camera around you get different views and whatnot. So that's standard size. Then I said, all right, well, I'm going to start working with trying to figure out some ways to get our large scaled parts, something to do with those, and try to get them snapped well, not snapped, but you know, placed a little more accurately. So started doing, you know, large walls and windows and doors, and then I made this kind of structure with that. And I did a lot of this yesterday on yesterday's stream, so if you want to see how some of this was done, just go back to yesterday's stream. And then I almost had it working for a landing zone in here, but since the ship doesn't affect the switch, unfortunately didn't work. And then this is all hand placed. All of this I placed in by hand because it's, you know, the race initiator scaled full size, and then once you do that, you know, it won't, you can't snap it to anything. You have to hand place it. It's all free placement at that point. So, you know, using the technique and method I was using yesterday to try to, you know, we can see where this is, and this might be a little offset, so I'm going to I want to see something here, and I apologize for the reloads, but it's important to kind of see what's happening and see how off this is. So we left this, which means that the synchronization, synchronicity is off here. Gotcha, Gamma. Now, I don't know if this is because of my placement or if it's because it's just out of sync. So I'm going to save and reload again. I apologize. We'll start throwing parts in a minute. But the title of the stream kind of lets you know that things might be a little nip-nip influenced. Coffee plus nip-nip plus building equals No Man's Sky. It is all pretty trippy. Thank you. And I do got to get back on the city. One of the reasons I'm just kind of goofing around is, you know, I have to finish the city, but I'm kind of at that point in that build where I'm a little like, I'm not quite sure where to go, like what to do next. I do want to build this building there. And I don't really need to decorate. I mean, I need to put in some detail, but in terms of like, I don't have a lot of building interior to worry about, so okay, see, we reloaded. It's better, and again, this is where I can say it's passable here, right? Like, it's not as wonky over on that right side, but it's still a little bit wonk. Part of that is that floor panel, I think. Alright, let's continue doing what we were doing. Just wanted to give a little how we got to what we're building here right now. I mean, it's a kaleidoscope, so you know, it's not like we haven't done these before. However, we've never done one this scale before, so that's kind of neat. Are you already there? Yeah, I already put you there. Okay. Alrighty, so and because of the new build mechanic, you know, all this is possible. Like, this would never have happened in the previous iteration. my big word for the day. You know, because of the collision, you know, red state. Man, I haven't seen like red state in a bit. Yeah, I mean, every once in a while you get one because you're not in the right mode, but you know, for the most part, like this would never have happened, you know, in the old build mechanic. We all know this, but it's just I'm still, you know, marveling and in joy of having these new abilities. And it's why I haven't really done an actual build yet. I'm still messing around with the mechanics, you know? I'm still kind of seeing what's possible and, you know, structurally what can I do with the new walls. And, you know, now, you know, since we can scale up walls and floors, you know, you need to figure out a way to be able to put them in accurately. And that's kind of what I've been noodling with lately, is trying to figure out how to get things done. And I'm a little slower than everybody else, you know. Nowadays I don't have the time. If I was still working the bodega job, I'd be a little further ahead in my mind's schedule of where I want to be right now with the game. But, you know, I would have had at least one actual thought out build done. The city was just, it's a large R&D basically. Excuse me. That turned into, you know, a messy build. With some interesting elements, you know, that eventually I want to transfer to an actual build, you know, some of the techniques and design elements that I created there. I'd like to be able to use elsewhere. Okay, now that we got that, we can confuse ourselves even further. All right. Just so that we have consistency, let's start adding these in with the fat side down. Okay, see how this is rotating and it won't rotate the way you want? Copy one in a position that you want next to it, and it will solve your problem. Or just put one in the position you want and copy it. Like rotate it, you know, manually. Alright, again, it won't catch on to what I want, so I'm going to copy the one right next to it. And now even if I rotate this, it'll just rotate on that, but still give you what you need. Sometimes it'll unlock it completely and you can rotate, you know, freely, but not. Depends on where it's located in space. again, it won't rotate where we want it. I'm going to grab the one next to it, and bam. Back in business. That saves a whole lot of headache. Are you further back? You are. Why are you further back? Alright, I'll redo you. Are you from... Oh, you're all further back. Die. Die. Okay. It's actually better. Alright, what next? What next? What next? Probably save. That's probably a good idea. Let's do a quick little save right there. Inside Vortex, what is going on? Hello Games, they are awesome. Oh, bummer. You have no headset, so you can't hear anything. Hi. Vortex. There we go. Thanks for stopping in, y'all. Nice small crowd today. How do you get the light floor to stay small and flat on a wall? Because when I move or copy it, it goes big. Okay. So, Gamma Wolf. I just saved. Alright, so how do you get the light floor to stay small and flat on a wall? Because when I move or copy it, it goes big. Right, you gotta, when you move or copy a part you've changed the scale to, you gotta put it into free placement. Alright, so what we're gonna do here is try and recreate what you're talking about. Alright, so we're gonna get out of we gotta make a small wire. Yeah, you're welcome, and I'll tell you, it's, I was doing stuff with the light floors a lot, and when I was first making this kaleidoscope, and I'm like, why can't, I was rotating and trying the old trick of breaking it and rotating it freestyle and trying to put it back in, or adding, light panels to the sides to then have it rotate off of those angles. And then finally I'm just looking at it and I'm like, well, wait a minute, what if I just copy one that's already in the position I want? Will it hold that position? And sure enough. I was like, oh gosh, thank you. Alright, now we need a light panel. Okay, so we're gonna get, there's our light panel, right? So I'm gonna hit move, and now it's gonna be full scale. I go down to free placement, and now it brings it back down to its size, and now you can, you know, flatten it out if it's not flat by you know, using your L1 R1 on console. And there you go. Simple as that. Yeah, it's just a question of, see, now I'm in free placement here, and now I put it into snap placement, and it's going to change its scale, right? Free placement, snap placement. GT, what is going on? GT, ever see a full-scale air arc door yet? You're welcome, Gamma. My pleasure. That's what I do, my friend. Or a full-scale kaleidoscope. There's one of each. Hand placement, my friend, but I can show you the technique that I've been using lately for aligning full-scale parts. So I will show that while we are here right now. And for those of you who have seen it, I apologize for the repetition. For those of you who haven't, this is how I'm lining stuff up. Now, this is hand placed, GT. Keep that in mind. All right? It's all about finding good reference. But in terms of controlling that scaled piece, I found that this really helped me out in doing things. It's not, you know, it's not exactly simple, and I'm hoping that this will spawn an idea for somebody else, and so on and so on, and you know where we can go with this. So it's no worries, man. I mean, this is why I do what I do, and what I've been doing this for I don't know how many years now, at least 4. Okay, so what I've been doing to keep large-scaled parts under control a little bit more. Alright, so say you want a large-scale garage door, and you know this already, GT, but your wire color is going to depict the color of your part. Okay, so say I have, you already know this, right, GT? I'm assuming. So change the part that you're scaling to get your wire size to the color you wanted. Then, well, for this particular technique anyway. So say I want to get a large scaled something, wall or something, okay? What have I not scaled up large? That might look neat. Oh, okay, so peep this. All right, I'll show you then. All right. So if I take a regular wire, right, and I just take my part and I keep it the base color, right, and I make my large wire. All right. Now I know that these wires are set up gray and black. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take our part actually, you know what, sorry, we're going to go something different just because it shows better. There we go. So I'm going to take our part and I'm going to glitch it to this one. All right, I'm going to use this wire that I've copied. All right. Now the wall is going to be that color. But now if I take the wall and I copy this wire, which is gray and black, and I glitch it, the wall is going to come through gray and black. Alright, so what I do here is, once I get my large wire in the color I want, I'm going to copy this wire. And now that I've copied the wire, it doesn't always work, but it does work a good percentage of the time. But sometimes you'll find it doesn't. And what you need to do is drop out of all your menus and then go back in and copy it again. But before we had free rotate on the wire, period. Now it doesn't. But if you copy the wire, you can get your rotation back. All right. So we get our free rotation back. We're going to try and center this wire as best as possible here. We're going to place it. We're going to look down the connector and look at that pencil point. We've got a nice, see how that rides that inside line? We've got a nice kind of center line to work with. And we're going to just place that wire. All right, we're going to set up a glitch point essentially. But all this really is a tether point. All right, and this just gives more control over the part. So now we're going to grab whatever part we want to do, and we're going to use a wall. And this is how I got this structure. All these structures that I built here are all large scaled wall. All right, so this is large scale window, this is large scale stone window, this is large scale wall with a small version, with a default version airlock. And then this is large scale garage door with a large scale stone window. And this is an 8-sided large scale circular room slash, you know, tower. And this was all done using this method. And see how, you know, it's again not perfect, but pretty darn consistent. Okay, as long as you keep track of your reference, you will get a nice consistent look, well enough to be passable. All right. All right. Sorry, I got squirrel for a second. All right, now what I'm trying to do is I want to line up a large wall and say I want to make a square room, right? So we know that a large wall is roughly 3 floor panels wide. So you want to get your, figure out your distance. Thank you, TT. It's 97.365% perfect. All right, so we've laid out our glitch point. Okay, so we've built our colored wire scaled to whatever scale you're looking to do, small or large. You've now just laid in a center line here that you're going to attach to. So then you're going to take your part that you want to make enlarged. You're going to copy that wire right in front of you. You're going to connect to that. All right, now you're going to extend the wire. Now if you zoom in really close, all right, boom, you can break that point. Now, because this electrical connector is scaled, your part will come out scaled. All right, so you can, for all intent and purpose, work off of your, create this snap point here, right? So once you've connected, just keep that camera in close, and you can do whatever you want. And then as long as you have a reference point to work with, you can put that part somewhere. All right, but what we're trying to do right now is we're trying to create, we'll say we're going to create a square room, all right? So now looking down the barrel of that electrical connector, you have that pencil in there, that pencil point, all right? You see that pencil point in there? So you're going to take that pencil point as your center line. We're going to bring it down. We're going to drop it right here, okay? Now you could bring it all the way out until it, you see that phase cut through, and whatever is going to work for you, whatever reference point you're going to work with. I'm just going to do this way. I have a good center point. So just when it phases through there, we'll move that over to the right just a hair. And now we place our wall. All right. And then we'll do the same thing here. We're going to connect. We're going to zoom our camera in. Break that electrical icon. All right. We're going to keep a nice center point lined up. We're going to adjust to where we phase. Keep an eye on your symmetry side to side there. Back it out. And now you have a nicely seamed. It's going to fold over. Now you can throw on another floor panel and try to bring these out, but I found that just this bit of fold over, one, looks okay. It adds an extra dimension to it, but it creates a nice seam. You're parallel, when need be, and you can still I would use your floor underneath as your ceiling, okay, but you can use, but you can see here, all right, see here where we have an inconsistency. This is why I would use, because this is, this is a little further over this way, all right. Now you could try to reference point it out where, you push this one forward just a little bit and this one forward just a little bit, but honestly I tried and it was too much work. So I would take your floor area as your ceiling area, and that's going to give you, a better lineup. And again, you're looking at about, 3 wide, 3 high. All right. So now, having your floor for reference, as opposed to now see how that is? See how we know we lost our reference there because it's not lining up. So we can move that, line it up to the floor, and now you're nice and even. Alright. Drop that down a little bit. Match the floor one. There it is. See? And it still gives you a nice look. It's clean. And then that's basically it. It's using that tether and lining up your getting a nice straight line so that the back portion of your wire is centered, by centering that first wire. No worries. GT, this is what I do, my friend. I mean, I don't have all the, I don't make tutorials, unfortunately, because I don't have the equipment. And that's how I did this. So, but what I had to do here, GT, is I had to start thinking, okay, see, we're out of sync. All right, as soon as you leave these, right now I'm just throwing parts around, but I am working on the city as well. The city is not finished. I'm just currently just kind of taking a little breather from it, and doing some R&D stuff. Alright, so we're going to do a save. We're going to do a reload to get back in sync. Thank you, GT. And now we're going to do our reload. Call upon our friend Emmanuel. I mean, I still can't believe I just got this full-scale kaleidoscope as, symmetrical as I managed to get it. Because especially with the floor phase drop, which, this version was much better than last night's version. Last night had a definitive, yeah, that's way off. So I went through, I replaced all the floor panels this morning and started fresh and managed to get, used a different reference point as well, which I think also helped to get it more, all the parts to be parallel, and well, not parallel, flush, and not, made it more symmetrical. All right, now, and basically what I did for this, because I had to think about how, how the electrical connector needed to face, by, looking at the light floor panel and blah, blah, blah. So I needed to have something I could drag that wire on first to get that position. So I had to first take, oh, and I'm on the wrong side now. Where am I? It doesn't matter. First I had to take a floor panel and flip it, off of here, so I started from the base circle, dragged my floor panel out, then flipped it so that it was back to horizontal, then looked underneath the floor because I wanted it to shoot inwards, right? So I had to have that connector, you know, the electrical contact facing in, so I had to go underneath the floor, you know, so I added the floor panel. And I'm using Legacy. If you have Legacy, I highly recommend just staying with the Legacy floors for now. If you're going to do any sort of fold over or symmetry or a circle, because the new parts, as really nice as they are, when you put them in a circle, look horrible. The symmetry, especially on the glass alloy, looks atrocious. You know, you're like, it just, you're going, oh, this was going to look really cool, and it should, but right now it doesn't. All right, so what I'm going to attempt here is, instead of going full scale on this next one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go regular scale, and I'm going to bring it in so that they cross over and see what that looks like. But in order to do that, I need to bring that into the mix. So in order to do that, I think we're going to need a wall. Yeah, I mean, anyone who currently has Legacy parts, my suggestion to you is make sure that save is in the cloud, and also on a USB drive. Because if you lose that Legacy save and start a new game, you are SOL. And if you do not know what SOL stands for, shite out of luck. Now, yes, I know we've seen the kaleidoscope a bazillion times. However, doing it at this scale and being able to see the animation at the sides is pretty freaking cool. Yeah, because you know, as I was doing the perfect circle techniques that, you know, Beebs and everybody else had put on, I'm like, these do not look perfect. Like, it does not look symmetrical. I'm like, but the technique itself is sound. You know, I'm like, why is it not working? Why does it look that way? And then, you know, unfortunately, due to my new work schedule, I don't have as much time and freedom to watch tutorials anymore. You know, my job is, these days, quite involved. So, you know, I had seen, you know, I don't get to watch live streams as much, and it's really kind of a bummer. You know, my old bodega job, you know, heck, I could just sit there and watch videos all day long. And in fact, after I got, you know, the main part of the working day done, I would. So anyway, make this story longer and more boring. Gimble, sorry, just come back. May I ask, what are legacy parts? Yes. And actually, there's a whole other set of legacy parts, man, out there. Like from the original build. Where there's actually a curved part. Legacy parts are the original base parts, which they're now calling legacy parts, which are the floors that I'm using here. I mean, the garage doors existed a long time ago. The power door. Man, I wish I hadn't lost my save back then. I lost my PlayStation back then. That's what happened. It wasn't my save, it was the PlayStation itself. Okay. I think we got them all. Okie dokie. Now, let's get rid of this. And let's move that. I love the new copy paste. It's like delete, move. I don't have to go, you know, running through menus and it is such a pleasure. I've seen some of them parts before when I am looking for stuff in the menu. Some I just can't find, so I thought it was just me not seeing them. Oh, no. So yeah, the original fence pose. There was like, there was like an arched, like think of like like almost like a short wall, but in an arch shape. And then there was, you know, the garage door, you know, that did exist. And then they were like, nah. And then they brought it back. And then they added more cool stuff. Well, I wish we would have like an arched wall or a curved wall, you know. Like something more curvy. Oh, the landscaper is out doing the lawn. No, I'm not wealthy. I live in an apartment. It's not like, yes, the landscapers are here to do the garden area today. And even if I were that wealthy, I would still do my own freaking yard work. Alright, is that all of them? Did I get them all? I think so. Alrighty. Save. And we finally got, everyone got the orange. I mean, part of me on that orange screen bit was like I kind of almost wished that, you know, it was a legacy part. But at the same time, you know, it's not fair to, you know, for some people to have, well, they did it again, unfortunately, with, you know, these. You know, this is all the legacy structures. Which I need to start mixing in with the new, and I haven't scaled any of these up yet. This would look good scaled. That'd be cool. The roof, the windows, this arch. I think the arches would look good. these, you know, obviously look good. The stairs would be neat too, I think, because these are that open set. What else? But yeah, anyway. Alright, now we got that. Now, for hardy hars, let's just add in a standard size in all of those. And I may even move this forward as well, but just for now, just to see what it looks like. And we want to go the other way. That's right, because I had to think about this for the other thing. Alright, well, we need to rotate. Scheiße. Alright, so now I gotta rotate all of these bloody things. I forgot. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Why did that one? We may have a problem here. We may need to do our autosave. Alright, I was able to rotate that one. Oh, there we go. I just gotta find it. There it is. Okay, right on the electrical connector. Alright, so now we're gonna have to copy you. Oh, wait a minute. Damn it. That way. Whew. I thought we were going to be stuck in there for a minute. Powdered toast, man. Oh, I miss the old original Ren and Stimpy. Don't push the shiny red button. Yeah, some of those early cartoons were really, really great. All right. I love that trick. It is so helpful. Man, I was fighting with these light floors for so long until I figured that out. I mean, I'm sure somebody else figured it out too, but it just worked for me at the time. Effort for Family was pretty good. Are they doing another another season of that at all? Do you know? I mean, Bill Burr is hilarious to begin with, you know. So. But I'm not sure if there's another season of that coming out or not. I'd like there to be. It was funny. Yeah, I really hope they continue it. That would be nice. Like, can't believe I haven't watched it yet, but sci-fi series I've been told to watch a bazillion times by a bunch of people. I have not had a chance to watch The Expanse. Alright, did I get them all? I think I did. Let's do a save. Yeah, GT, I think it's kind of like the description of Bill Burr's family life growing up, you know? I mean, I'm almost positive that's the basis of that, you know, and some of the stuff that happens are real stories. I like Bob's Burgers a lot, too, in terms of animated series. I think Bob's Burgers is hilarious. The kids are a riot. Alright, let's try this again. Let's see where this first one ends up anyway. Yeah, that's neat. We'll carry that through for right now. Well, I think we should probably get closer to the center with that. We'll try to do that in a minute. I just want to see what this looks like here. But we're going to have to do that first. And maybe we'll bring that out, use that as the outer ring. Yeah, I can see where that part, yeah, that needs to go more here so that this light sits in this space right here. I think that's going to look better. And then let's bring a ring of them down to, oh, I'd say if we can try either right here or also right here above the yellow check line here. Alright, let's do that. Alright, let's find out where we need to go. And can we get our floor panels back out afterwards? Alright. We'll get the center first. See, I'm worried that right in here we're not going to be able to get that back. Oh, yeah, I know. Well, the funny thing is, GT, they did a crossover, Bob's Burger Archer, and I still haven't seen it, but I've been told about it by a few people, and I really want to see it, but I hear there's a crossover with Bob and Archer together. But Bob's Burgers is really funny. The kids are hilarious. All right, 1, 2, 3. Let's see where that one ends up. We may need to reload. We did just save a minute ago, right? Alright, let's see if we can't reach with an electrical connector. No, that's buried in there. Let's see if we can get it from the other side, maybe. We may need to reload. Yep, we may need to reload. That is stuck. Now maybe if I can get... Alright, maybe if I can get that, then maybe I can like get an edge here. Nope. Yeah, no, that's locked in there. Okay, we need to reload. And I think they had to do that because people were having, you know, a difficult time with the voice being the same. He did an Arby's commercial briefly, too. He did a couple of Arby's commercials. The guy who does Archer and Bob. It's a rather pleasant day today outside in the real world. Okay. Well, we know we can't go at least in that positioning. I'm wondering if I can move it somewhere else. Alright, let's try here. Maybe if I bring it out one short wall, maybe. Ah, shite, I gotta move the whole frickin' thing again. Oh, no, I don't. Did I do it? Yeah, no, okay, we're good. Yeah, maybe if I bring it... I mean, I kind of want it right there, but... Maybe if we bring it forward... Or, you know, I'm trying to think of what side I want as the front. I mean, this is way too close to this building, and if I really wanted to build this properly, I should build it by itself somewhere. Alright, so... Let's bring this out one short wall. Alright, let's get rid of the... There's another good animated series on YouTube called Hell of a Boss. I have not seen it yet, but a few of my friends have, and they're like, it's hilarious. And the voice for the main character of that is the same voice that did Invader Sim. It is a very adult cartoon from what I am told, but my friends who have recommended it to me have never steered me wrong on a show. So check YouTube for Hell of a Boss. Alright, now if we move that forward, let's see if we can get... I mean, I'm gonna have to be on the other side, but 1, 2, and 3. And I'm sorry if we have to reload again, but this is, you know, this is how you figure stuff out. Alright, we're still buried in there. More so now. Alright. So we'll go one more. Even that short wall is buried in that. Yep. Alright, so, oh, that's a... So we're going to have to start outward, bring something down in once we figure out where our position is, because like I'm going to have to backtrack because the collision, we're getting locked. This floor panel is getting locked in there, and that is not going to do. That just won't do. Gamma, you out? No worries. Take care. Glad I could help. Hope you have a wonderful day, my friend. Hell of a boss, yeah. But spelled like hell of H-E-L-U-V-A, I think. Alright, so we cannot get at these at all now. Buried. Buried. Alright, Shiza. Yep, I can't even get the electrical connector on that one. I was hoping maybe when they split I would be able to get to it, but... Oh, wait a minute, can I? Nope, that's the thing. Damn it. Alright, so I'm going to have to go up, over, and out. Like so. And I'm going to have to go to short wall. Which is not really where I want it. What if I go right here? That looks better. That might work for me. Now I should be able to get that. That should work. No, still no. Alright, I can get that one. I get down into here though, damn. Can I get the electrical connector? And that collision bubble has gotten gigantic at that point. What the heck? Alright. Well, let's see where this puts it anyway. Well, that's a bummer. I thought for certain I would be out of collision bubble at that point, but apparently not. Yep, right when it gets to there, it says, I don't like you. Alright, where is this going to at least lay into, you know, how is it going to mix? Yeah, that's okay. When I bring it down, that'll be enough showing through. Alright, so that's good. We can do that. Now, as long as I can delete this, we're okay. Yes, we can. Alright, so that's the positioning we need. We need to be 2 short walls out from where we were originally. Can I get it from the top, maybe? Damn it. Like, that is locked in there. Alright, reload. Johnny Rocket, what is going on? How you doing today? Oh, goodness. So, you know, you got to keep in mind when you enlarge a part, you're also enlarging the collision bubble. So, you know, on a part like this where the collision bubble is now already pretty gigantic. Ooh, I'm out of tune. Alright. We're loaded back in. Just a little load music for you. Alright, so we got to go out, in, around, beyond, somewhere near the outer reaches of the galaxy. Alright, let's get rid of all this here. Boonk, boonk, boonk. And this time we're going to save after we delete all this. Thanks, man. Yeah, the guitar was out of tune. It was cold this morning. The guitar's a little sharp. Usually if your temperature gets colder, the guitar goes a bit sharp. If it gets warmer, as the wood relaxes, it gets a little flat. Alright, save. We want 2 short walls. Ah, I can't see. I can't see. Although this is gonna. Oh no, I got to bring it up first, then 2 short walls. Okay, that's right. Because otherwise we're gonna get trapped with the short walls there. So we're gonna go 1 and 2 on each one of these. Didn't know what. I think that's also. Come on. Oh, the collision bubble bit. Oh yeah. Well, it's not this. Yeah, it's because as the wood relaxes, okay, and it's warm out. The wood, the pores in the wood open up, um, and then as as the neck relaxes, the strings loosen up a little bit, and then as the wood tightens, pulls on the strings. And it was 32 this morning. It was 27 the other day, couple of days. Alright, as long as I can still delete that, we're good. Man. Downside on this is once you have the scaled version out, you kind of have to deal with all the crap around you. Because if you add any other stuff, trying to line up the harder part, which is the scaled part, I would imagine would be almost impossible to deal with. Because you'd have a bunch of other light, or you'd have to set this up ahead of time knowing what you're going to make, which, sorry, but that's probably not going to happen. These are usually, a guessing game to begin with. And yes, this is built in one of the most inconvenient spots I could possibly find. But I hadn't intended on this being... I didn't think it was going to work when I first did it. I'm like, yeah, this probably isn't going to work, so I can just, try it here. And then when it kind of sort of did yesterday, I'm like, all right, I just need to redo it and, try to be more accurate with my reference. And then redid it this morning and got something that was passable. So now I'm kind of stuck here. But oh well. Okay, now we can go through and delete what we don't need, which is going to be you and you. And then we will move you. The tedium. We were joking about, we always joke about this, but it's, 90% setup, 10% build. Repetition, tedium. And the awesome people lurking who put up with this. Yep. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Uh-huh. I'm missing. I knew it. All right. Why, there you are. Shoot. Please tell me you're where you need to be. Yes, you are. Okay. DG, what is going on? DG. I don't know if you saw this yesterday. Were you there when John Vardy made the comment? Well, in a moment you will see. Just getting the setup portion done here. Oh, it's out. John said, oh, you know, it would be really difficult if you tried to make a certain thing. Which would be a large-scale kaleidoscope. Now we might be out of sync at this point. He's like, you know, it'd probably be really difficult. What do you mean? Devante. I don't think anyone's done this yet, have they? Hotbox the world. Yeah, well, we're doing that to our planet as it is, just not in a pleasant way. Have you seen somebody already do one of these? I was going to say, if they did it, I'd like to know how they did it. Because this took me a day to figure out. Well, yeah, a couple hours. All right, I need a minute, folks. My eyes are bugging out. Just hang tight with me for a moment. Oh, who, Devante? Oh. I don't know about being cool and all. Alright, I need a little death in my lungs right now. While I think about how to go about the next portion of this. I mean, this is all hand placed in there, DG. Using the same method I was using to make the structures, just on a different angle. All right, now let's see where this one puts us. Are we far enough out now? I think we are, right? Are we far enough out to? Did I save? I'm gonna save before I freaking start putting parts in that I don't know if they're gonna. If I'm gonna be able to delete them or not. Okay. And you've seen the large scaled. I'm sure somebody's done this by now. Like you saw this, right? Managed to do both a vertical and a horizontal in one of these. Just that tethering of the scaled part. How did you get the bars or poles to move? The ones that are aimed at the light panels on the outside. How did you get the bars or poles to move? The ones that are aimed at the light panels on the outside. I'm not sure what you mean. Alright, we wonked out here. We're gonna reload. Which part, Day? What are you talking about? The poles to move. Oh, the race initiators? This is the kaleidoscope. It's just a large scale version of it. Alright. Need to reload just to bring in the animation properly so I can see what it's doing. Actually, you know what? No, we can. Yeah, no, we do. It's gonna drive me nuts. Brian B, what's going on? Well, we got it relatively symmetrical. Better than last night's version. Last night's version was off. You could see it, like, immediately. Yeah, this tethering bit really helps locate those large parts, man. It really does. Or any of your scaled items. Excuse me. Any item, actually, for that matter. You know? But specifically for the parts that don't snap, which are the, now scaled items. Yes, yes, yes. You're talking these long, thin lines here, I'm guessing? Would be my guess. Yeah, much better. That right side is where it's off, but... Okay. Now, we should be able to put these in and delete them. Yes, okay, we can. Good. Uh-oh. Yes. We may need to reload. I know, I'm sorry. I gotta test this. We're good. Alright, looks like we're collecting the panel. Good, 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 good. Okay. Now, let's see where this ends up. And is it worthwhile? No, not worthwhile on that side. We may need to come out one more. And not even visible on the other side. Okay. Alright, one more. Jeez. Flurgenstein. But at least we know we can get at this point. And just for fun, we're gonna have some positions so we can try here. And make sure that we can delete everything on the way down. We can. And now we're gonna copy that. That's gonna go right in the middle. And block all the fun stuff, right? Yes. So we don't want that. That might be neat. Let's go up one more. Yeah, let's do there. 1, 2, 3, 4, okay. Yep, that should work right there. This one we might run the full gamut apart, but we'll see. Okay, let's get this set up. Like I might pull those pieces in from the backside there. These here, the ones in the gap. And again, if there's anything anyone would like to see how it was done, or you have a question about anything, shoot, okay. Feel free to ask. If I could DG, I would be building one for myself. Although she might end up being a redhead. Alright. Do the whole weird science thing. Weird science. Better delete what? Oh. It's not really, is that sexist? You wanting a, a female companion? I mean, I know for me, it seems like these days the only way I'd probably get a female companion is if I had to build one. Almost. We're getting there. Alright. Now for all the rest. Oh my goodness. You always forget when you start a build, like, how much you're going to get yourself into work. Oop. Well, she'd have to like Oreos. And video games. And Nip-Nip. Yeah, one of these days I hopefully will meet another human of the fair sex. Get into a relationship again at some day. I think a 10-year hiatus is long enough. Only 8,000 more of these to go. I really shouldn't be building on this save anyway, because this is a save that the city's on, so. You know, I mean, this is. I deleted a bunch of bases recently on the save, so hopefully I freed up some parts. Alright, whew, done with that. Good thing I had my action pants on. And in case we blue screen. Flurb and Derb. I deleted a bunch of stuff. I don't know which base I had a Flurb and Derb on recently. Bobby McGee, what is going on? Alright, let's get the parts in and see what we get. No. I think this is the last one. It is. Oh, the hive? Yeah, that... Oh, Will gotta go? Oh. Well, thanks for stopping in, Will. Real quick, like, I'll show you, we got a gigantic kaleidoscope rolling. It's ginormous. But I wanted to mix in some default size ones with the scaled ones so you could see, you know, and notice the difference. You don't see anything on this side, so we may have to do something about that. Yeah, I deleted a lot. I deleted everything back then when I deleted my channel the first time. Hopefully I won't do it again. I deleted every base. I did a clean start. Every single thing I built back then I wiped out. Although there is one left that I didn't. Yeah, I thought I had wiped out everything, but when I came back, I still had the moving wall art gallery. But that is going to get deleted again soon. Is going to get deleted this time soon. Just clean start, you know, new build mechanic, new build stuff. No one ever visits these things, you know. People see them either in a video or in stream, and nobody tends to visit and walk around in them except for, you know, people I know. So there is no need to hold on to things. Oh, now I remember why I had power to that. There we go. Ah, I'm stuck. There we go. Alright, what do you look like all synced up now? Very nice. Damn it, am I gonna have to move this whole thing? Probably. Am I gonna have to go build this actually somewhere? Alright. I mean, we're not going to get the full effect of this, obviously, without doing that. Or I could just delete this building, which, this was a test anyway, and if, as long as I keep one floor, you know, I could pretty much rebuild it without too much difficulties. I'm taking votes on whether or not I should go somewhere and build this so that it is viewable. Or we're going to tear down the top 2 floors, which is what I might do. We just have a low building. Although I like this, I really don't want to. Alright, let's put... What if I go the other way with that? I have an idea. Although I should have probably set it up ahead of time. Alright, we have a save. Alright, good. I can still delete. That's going to bring it up to there, so no, I don't want that. That should bring it 1, 2, 3. Okay. Alright, testing. 1, 2, 3, testing. No, that's not what I wanted to do. I forgot to turn it. Alright, you're facing the opposite way, so I need one of these. There we go. Yeah, why not? Yep, deleting. Always a dangerous chore. Oops. You're not supposed to be like that. Why do we count to 3? Because you lift on 3. And then I still got to figure out whether or not I want to incorporate the other angle in here. I might do that with. We got to see if we can get some orange in here. You know, get one of the exocraft bays up in here. Come on. Thank you. Yeah, that's so handy. When you can't get your floor to turn the way you want. Why does deleting have to be so scary? I'm scared, coach. Wondering if I should bring that, delete one more just to be on the safe side. Because that's not going to, well, maybe. We'll leave that there just for now. That's going to go there, so we might do that. Yeah, a little less scary since Frontiers, true. But still. Still somewhat scary. Alright. Okay, now let's save and do a reload. Just give it a second. All right, let's see what we get now. Oof. I am going to have to build one of these somewhere where it's more of a prominent feature. Although I think I'm just going to cut this tower down since I'm going to build it somewhere else anyway. So I'll just take the top 2 layers off of this. And then have, you know, I'll do that. That makes more sense. I mean, I could make this a feature build, you know, and do more with the large scale parts, but you know, throw in some large scale exocraft bays maybe to match, you know, just do a large version of a standard kaleidoscope. I would have to plan that out though. For now, just because I need to see what the hell I'm doing, or be able to walk around out of here. Know where the out exit is. There we go. Alright, let's see what we got now. Ooh. Purdy. Alright, once we remove those other floor panels, we'll take a look and see what it looks like. Should be able to see the blue animation in the background now. We didn't really get anything on this side from that. That's all on that front layer. Although that shape, that light shape right there is neat in the peak. I'd like to see it at night. And then, you know, obviously when we're done, we'll remove, more than likely we'll remove the centerpiece here, but I don't know yet. I kind of like it. Alright. What is next? I guess we can get rid of these. We don't need them. And we do have, we can carry it down if we need to. Okay, let's remove this. See what shape we have. Very nice. Gives us a little bit of that lighting there. Creates a neat little ring. I like that. The unveil here. Oh yeah, that'll work. Yeah, I like the mix of the two sides. Very cool. Very nice. I mean, look at the blue animation there. That, I mean, again, once we remove the, you know, these from here, which we actually could probably do right now. Although I'm thinking I want one more ring here, but maybe not. I think I want to put it, I want it to land here maybe. So 1, 2, and 3. I think this one here, perhaps. Alright, let me think about this. And while I'm thinking about it, unfortunately, I have to go urinate. Micturate, for the professional term. Wolfie, what is going on? Alright, folks, I'm going to leave you with a view for a moment while I go use the laboratory. My coffee is finally saying it's time, so I'll be right back. Alright, we're back. Sorry about that, folks. Thank you for hanging out for a moment. Waiting for me to come back there. Appreciate it. I appreciate it. Oh, DG, you're out later, DG. Okay. Let's throw in. We got to get some orange. We got to figure out how to put orange in here, so we're not just a big wash. All right. All right, 1, 2, and 3. All right, I think that's what we want to do. Right. Or do I want it there? No, I want it right there. Here. So 1, 2, 3 down, I think. All right. Let's try that. No, you know what? No. Let's try. Do right there. Yeah, that's kind of neat. But we'd need to add in that other section though if we do this. This would have to come out to meet, because I'm not going to like the gap that's left behind. Well, maybe. We'll see. only one way to find out. Is to just do it. Do it! Do it now! Push the button! Yara yara. My worst Arnie voice ever. And again, a save and a reload. That's not too bad. But we need that to all match. So, Manuel, we call upon thee again to make life more in sync. And just give it a minute. Let that save settle in. And now we'll reload. Okay. I want more coffee. I need more caffeine. I need to get some errands done today. But I'm having so much fun building. Alright, let's have one of these. Alright, here we go again. Yeah, we're gonna have to knock the top off of this. There we go, that's better. And more deleting. I don't want to do adult stuff today. I don't want to be adulting today. I just want to play. I don't want to adult today. I just want to play. We're getting there. It's getting close. And welcome everybody who's just joining. Thank you for joining. And to all you lurkers out there, lurk away. Thanks for lurking, hanging out. Well, now, what do we got? We've got some craziness. How do we incorporate some orange now? We need to get some different color going on in here. So how are we going to do that? Now we could go with a standard size, right? Alright, you know what? As much as I don't want to, I'm going to. Maybe I'll keep 2 levels. If I just knock this top level off, we should be okay. I don't want to though. Alright, now, just for hardy har-hars. We've got you. Ooh, that might work. Yeah, look at how it gets all weird right there. Ooh, alright, we're definitely going to have to bring in that other one now. Alright, alright. Yeah, I like how that gets all wacky in here. Like the hologram as it mixes in the middle there. Yeah, let's add that. That's cool. Why not? What the hell? We're gonna have to add in that other layer though. Alright, let me look into that here. Alright, so in order to add that layer in, come up. Is that going to be 2? Two and a short wall maybe, but no, we're good. Alright. 2 walls. Look at that, cutting right through there like that. That's awesome. Alright, so we got to go up 2 and over 2. Okay. And hopefully we can still delete. Yes, we can. Okay. Oh, wait. Yes, we can. Okay. That is important. Now, we could attempt to do a large version of that. I, right now, think I would have to do that ahead of time. Because of the brightness, because of a whole host of things. Getting in spaces, being able to delete parts. You know, you would probably want to do most of your large scale sections first. Ooh, pardon me. First and fluid. Alright. Do 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 do. Hey. Yep. We're going for it. We're gonna be foolish. Let's add in more parts. Because what we got going on just wasn't enough. Alright, I'm going to have to get down there and dig a little bit again. Take it easy. Take it easy. Hey. Alright, there we go. Alright, that's two. That's two. Where did I miss? That one right there, okay. Alright. I think that's everybody. is this? Would I miss this one? I must have. There we go. Okay. Like, why is that? That shouldn't be. Now I should be able to come through here and go 1 and 2. Should be able to. Is that the one I'm missing? It is indeed. I mean, it's pretty obvious if you flub it, so. Inside vortex, what is going on? Now, again, I could, if I chose to, try to do a large-scale version of the bay, but I would have to do it up here, because it would then enlarge, and then, you know, probably put it down here at that point. So, no audio lurk. That's a tough way to go about it. Well, I'm glad you're out of work, I'm guessing. Or whatever you were doing. Hopefully you're now just home relaxing and enjoying your day. Man, the world's a busy place today. Sirens are going around. I live near an Air Force base, so you tend to hear a lot of planes taking off or going around. Oh, no. Jump the gun. I'm not sure if I want to do all of them yet, but I'm going to set it up just in case. Better to have the setup there and ready to go than have to do it again later. But I'm thinking about doing it as an every other, but I don't know yet. I think it might look better as a completed circle. And hopefully I'm not facing the wrong bloody way here. No, I'm not. Okay, good. That would be a drag. Speaking of jets, there goes one going by me right now. Sounds like a fighter jet of some sort. Can somebody else do this for me? Update this week. Where is a dormant snap pointer still not fixed for any? Yeah. There's a bunch of, you know, things that need attention. Like, I wish they hadn't taken the free placement off of the wires, for example. Actually, I need to test that on something. Or the rotation without having to copy it first. The free rotation on the wire was very beneficial for lining up parts to do stuff. This is not exciting, Vortex. This is boring and a pain in the ass. But alright, we're gonna start with an every one. We'll start with that and then just tear it out if we don't like it. How about that? Okay, that sounds like a plan. What do you think? Sure, why not? Just to give it a completed circumference, you know, the look. Kind of hides the fact that there's a large race initiators in here, but we will take a look and see if it's worth keeping. But we definitely need to calm that blue down. We need to cut through with the different colorations here. That's a guarantee. Yeah. Yeah, same here. I've got a major airport plus military base plus private airports. So there's quite a bit of noise that happens around where I live as well. So I feel you, bro. And we'll give it a second. And we'll reload. Okay. No worries, bro. Fumbly thumbs. I have fumbly thumbs. Although sometimes fumbly thumbs can find cool things in this game. So I discovered a glitch back in the day, back in the tier days. I accidentally stumbled across the tier 3. Fumbling thumbs, bumbling, fumbling, mumbling, grumbling, fumbling, mumbling, grumbling. Humble man, doodle 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 doodle, stumbling, bumbling, stumbling, bumbling, mumbling, grumbling. All right, what do we got? What do we look like? Ooh, lots of pretty. Stumbling, mumbling, fumbling, bumbling, grumbling. Ooh, wow. Ooh, I really like the way the color interacts here. That's really neat. Yeah, that works. Shows off the asymmetry a little bit, but not horribly. Bumbling, grumbling, mumbling, fumbling, bumbling, rumbling. May need to reload one more time. It might not be completely in sync. And in fact, that is the problem. Okay, we're going to reload one more time. It's not in sync. I knew something was bothering me. Manuel, where are you, sir? Although, all in all, this is coming out better than I thought it was gonna. Like, I didn't think I'd be able to get the large-scale versions that, that lined up. I mean, again, not perfectly, but passable. And that, I really thought was not going to happen. Yep, there's a little plane. Can you hear it? That one's from the local airport. That's better. Yeah, I didn't think I'd be able to make it work like that, but apparently we have. Downside is, yes, it's harder to tell that the parts in are scaled. This side, it's a little more evident. There we go. Now we can get more of a view. Yeah, there you can kind of tell that things have been enlarged. Yep, not bad. Not bad at all. Not bad for hand placing a lot of this. Inside vortex. Yeah, probably a little Cessna. You're right, GT. Thank you, Inside Vortex. It's very helpful, I've noticed, for doing large-scale placement. Yeah, I'm all right with this. Let us... all right, I'm going to just remove this temporarily. I mean, I think I have everything in here. There might be one... There might be one angle I'm missing, which is 1, 2... Yeah, I think I'm missing this angle here. Alright, we have a save. I'm just going to delete this to see what it looks like. There we go. That's how you can tell it's large scale. Oh, and the camera fits through. That's good to know. Yeah, stoked. Stoked. Alright, looks like we've got some Boyd Gaiman's jumping on right now. He's doing Splitgate. And it looked like Scottish Rod just uploaded something or is about to go live. So I think for today we have done plenty. I might come back on tonight just for fun. Just kind of getting some time in because I'm limited on time these days with my new job, so just a little refresher. Large scale. Where Ezekiel? What's going on? Lord Bagami, welcome. Of course, I'm getting ready to go and new people stop in. Oh, okay. I'll hang out for a little bit longer. I have about an hour before I actually have to, like, get up and go and get ready. Alright, should I tear off the top of this building so that we can see the kaleidoscope better? Or should I leave the building? With one floor, I can set this up again. It's not extremely difficult. It's not fun, but, you know, we can build it again if we wanted to. But I'm thinking if I tear down the top two floors, you know, we'll have the kaleidoscope there instead. Or we can leave it, maybe just tear off the top floor, have two floors. That would at least give us the central portion of that. Thank you, Vortex. We have a horizontal version of that as well up here. Rat chair. Well, I'm thinking maybe let's strip off. We can actually strip everything off but the walls and short walls for now, just to see what it looks like for reals. Ah! Just so we can get some of our visuals going on here. I like the addition to the lighting effect, that kind of stepped look. We can always put these back, so I mean, we're in position already. That's a bonus. And I am going to save it without them, because if I do add anything else to this, which I don't think I'm gonna, but in case I do, I'll leave the base setup portion of it. I just want to see the animation without the light floors in the way. Dark Hellboy, welcome back. Catching me near the end, bro. But when I get back from running my errands, if you want to get together and try to work on that problem you were talking about earlier, I would be happy to try and help if I can. But I have to get some real life stuff done today. Thank you, Vortex. Yeah, Skang Biscuit gave me the idea. He was like, I'm trying to figure this out, and I can't. And I was like, well, hold on, let me see if I can. And in a haphazard sort of way I did, and then you know, I've been trying to perfect the technique, if you will. Awesome, Hellboy, that sounds good. Yeah, I gotta get some stuff done. I'm hoping to get a car within the next week or two on the road. But in order to do that, I have to pay some back excise tax. I got to get a haircut because it's been months and I look like a scrub, and I'm working this new job going into like wealthy people's homes. I've got like wings flying out of my hat. It looks horrible. And it's just uncomfortable at this point, even sleeping. The hair's getting in my face and blah, blah. I mean, I'm thankful that I have the amount of hair I have at my age, don't get me wrong. But, you know, I need to look a bit more professional, if you will. And I'm hoping I can find a place as a walk-in today. My friend was supposed to cut my hair, but he moved and is very busy trying to sell his home. So I'm not going to bother him with that. Oh, I know. That axis would be, that rotation would be really good. I agree. It would be very helpful in a number of ways. Oh shoot, I lost my middle. Do I care about that? I kind of do. Alright. So I'll have to reload, but I just want to see what it looks like. Yeah, that is definitely cool. Well, yeah, they got rid of it, I think, because they thought with the tether you could rotate it however you wanted it to, but it doesn't quite work that way. And definitely it's more work to, you know, rotate something upon that axis. There would be a way to do it. We've discussed it in stream before on how to go about making that, you know, what button combinations would be possible to bring that back. Also with another for free rotation, you would just have to hold the top two buttons on console. Yeah, pretty darn stoked at how how close we got this. I'm pretty happy. Alright folks, as much as I would love to hang out and do more of this, and what we might do is later on tonight, depending on how I'm feeling and what time of day it gets to be, I think I'm going to come back and we're going to figure out, I don't know, we'll figure out something. I think what we're going to try and figure out is maybe moving this and building something, you know, more as a standalone. And I may just tear this building down and build it in the city, you know, because I do like the building itself, and it might be worthwhile building it in my city. All right, so that's that for right now. I hope you all had a fun time, maybe learned something. Hopefully it'll inspire you to go build something or add to whatever you might be doing. If you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button and the notifications. It'll let you know if I come back on tonight. And I probably will. I have a feeling I will. It really depends. We'll see. But I have a feeling we're probably gonna. I know it'd be, you know, 2 days in a row, 2 times in that time, but I used to stream more regularly and I just don't have the time with my new job. So alrighty folks, until next time, this has been me, Kevin C, here at APG or Action Pants Gaming, wishing all of you out there in the No Man's Skyverse a little bit of love, peace, and starship grease. Get those action pants on, get out there and start building some crazy wacky stuff. Until next time, take care of yourselves, be safe, peace.